I'm a guy in these GTs. Go on.
Bleeding Indian. And this is the Crack House, and I am your boy J Biz, up in the building, doing the damn thing, like I do every week, right? Right, fiends? If you want to give us a call, it's 416-287-7049. And right now, I got my man Classified on the phone from Banff, live right now. He's on his tour, going across Canada, top to bottom, east to west, doing the damn thing. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, man, what's happening? How you doing?
For real, man. So, how does it feel to be on? How many times have you gone across Canada now?
Fifth time, I guess. We've been out here a few other times. There's just a couple one-offs, but this is the fifth time going Lady Cross.
Excellent, excellent. Being 11, 12 albums in, how does your subject matter affect your longevity?
I guess, like, for me, when I started out, I kind of just, like, I ain't gonna front, I kind of listened to rap when I was 15, 16. I just kind of do what I heard and, you know, what I thought hip-hop was back then. Whether it was talking about, you know, some street shit or whatever, which I was never into. I was a young kid just thinking, okay, this is what hip-hop is. But I just started kind of, you know, seeing things, different angles and stuff. And just, I mean, I try to write what I'm going through in my life. So what I'm writing about 10 years from now, or sorry, 10 years ago from now is completely different because I see things different. I have different values. I understand things different, stuff like that. So I think it's just the growth of me growing every year and just kind of, you know, being real and true to myself and my fans. Just kind of, yo, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm doing. And next album, I'm going to be doing something different, going through it, and I'm going to have something to talk to you about because life is always changing, and I'm not fronting on nothing. So I'm hoping I'll just be able to keep talking about what I'm going through, and, you know, people be feeling it.
So it's definitely about being truthful as much as, like, as far as being able to make good music is just as much about being truthful as anything else.
To me, it is, you know, and different people have different values, but to me, like, that's my music, my words, my everything. Like, what I say, I want to make sure that, you know, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just saying it because, oh, it's kind of cool to say, or, you know, so-and-so said that on a record, and I thought it'd be cool to say on mine. Like, everything I say, I want to make sure, you know, I'm going through it, I'm living it, or just, you know, beliefs that I believe in, something, you know, it's true to me.
I saw a funny, like, it was sort of like a mock rap video the other day. It was something called, like, Normal Everyday Regular Guy. And, you know, and I don't know, have you seen that? You know what I'm talking about?
I think I heard about that. Someone was actually talking about that a couple days. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, and it's basically, you know, he talks about his mom makes him supper, and, you know, and it's a big joke what the video is, but in a sense, in a very serious sense, do you think that is what is part of your appeal?
I think, you know what I mean, and that's kind of something I've always gone through. Like, people have always told me, like, yo, you got no gimmick, you need an image, you need something to kind of set you apart from everybody else. You know, they say that, you know, superstar musicians or artists or stuff or whatever are, you know, they're superstars because people look at them and think they look like superstars, and they, you know, they're, you know, on another level or something. I think that's kind of my whole appeal, that I'm not, and I'm not fronting like I am. I'm just a regular dude who does the same shit everyone else does, but I just write about it in my music, and, you know, that's my job now. So I definitely think, especially in a place like Canada, there's a, you know, a place for artists like that that are just on some real shit. This is what I go through, you know what I mean? Nothing fancy. I'm not on no other level than everybody else, but I make music that you people appreciate, and that's, you know, that's pretty much it.
Is it more important to have listeners identify with you, like, vis-a-vis your lyrics, or attract listeners because of a rooted hip-hop sound?
Like, what would I be more proud of? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Like, if someone listened to my music to say because, oh, I can't bring it back to the, you know, the boom bap sound, or because,
yeah,
what was the first thing you said?
Or that they can identify with you because of your lyrics and because of what you're talking about, your subject matter, say.
Yeah, I guess it's a mix of both, definitely. Like, I come from, like, early 90s hip-hop, so everything I make, I want to have, like, you know, I want to have a little bit of that dirt, a little bit of that boom bap in it. And at the same time, I want to, you know what I mean, I'm not trying to go make records that we made 10, 15 years ago. There's no point to go back and make the exact same thing. So in my production, I'm definitely influenced by that a lot. But then in my lyrics, yeah, I'm really trying to say stuff that, you know what I mean, what I go through, and I think it works in Canada because, you know what I mean, I'm just a kid from the suburbs, which is 90% of Canada. So I think that's why they can relate where I'm coming from, what I'm saying.
Now, in production, when you're making a beat for yourself, do you often know what kind of song you're gonna make to that beat as you're building it?
Sometimes I'll make a beat and I'll feel it one way completely, you know what I mean, a whole way. The next day I'll play it and I'll feel a completely different way. But I'd say, yeah, like 70% of the time when I'm making a track, whether it's, you know what I mean, I usually start with my drums and I'll find a sample. As soon as I find that first sample, it kind of gives me a vibe and just, you know, what kind of track it's going to be, whether it's going to be kind of a slow, more something people are going to feel and just kind of vibe out to, or if it's going to be something that's energetic, hyper. And you kind of get that vibe from the first sample. I always do anyway. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? I'll sit there and just vibe to the track and kind of just see where it takes me with my brain. Say, you know, what do I want to write this about? What is this kind of, what this feeling is giving me? Or sometimes I'll just, you know, I'll have a song half wrote and I'll just start making beats. And once I make a beat that actually feels like it goes with the lyrics right, I'll just put the two together.
Again, going to all these, I guess I get a lot of resources from YouTube, but I saw a video of Bizarre and from D12, and he was talking about his $750 features to feature offer to any independent artist who's, you know, wants a feature and whatnot, because he's all for helping independent artists grow and all that. And then I don't know if you know, but there was also a little minor situation here in Toronto with some people that, you know, apparently had hurt feelings because another artist apparently charged them or asked for an outrageous amount of money for a feature. Talking about features, how do you approach feature requests?
With my records, I try to make, like, I'll kind of give you the whole how run that I make my albums. I usually try to do like 8-9 solo songs first. Then I'll do one collab with my brother, because I always do something with him on the record. And then I do kind of one with my crew from down home, just all the guys that I work with, Jay Brew, Jay Busy, just some guys from down home. But then I always want to have, you know, that big feature of someone that I don't really know, you know what I mean? And I know this is a business, so I'm like, okay, I can understand why people are going to charge for verses. So for someone just to give a verse away for free to someone that's going to sell their album, to me, is just stupid. Like, if somebody's going to sell some stuff off of you and you don't even know them, why would you just give it to them? So I have no problem paying. Like, when I did the Royce 5'9" track a couple of years ago, I paid for that feature. I only gave him a G, but he came up, did the video for free. The track came out dope, you know what I mean? So I was kind of looking at the bigger picture. If I gave him the money and he sent me the verse and the track was whack, I still wouldn't have put it on my album. I would just kind of bit the bullet and say, okay, shit, I lost $1,000. But, you know, I've been a fan of Royce for a while. The track came out dope, so it's, you know, it works. It has good and bad. Definitely can open me to fans of Royce. People who would have heard of Royce might have heard me now just because of that feature. So definitely helps. And if you can do it and make good music with it, why not?
Now, what about on the other end? What about when people are approaching you for features on their songs?
I'm usually down for that. I don't do too many features. I like to do more production for other people. You know what I mean? When people reach out to kind of work on something, I'm usually like, okay, well, you know, if you want to do a beat or some shit, I'm down like that. But with writing and stuff, I'm usually, I don't know, once in a while I will do it. You know what I mean? If it's someone I know, I'll definitely do it, like someone I hang out with and stuff. But usually when people email me, unless I'm just not even writing or working on anything, then I'll do it sometimes. But right now I'm just writing, so I'm kind of turning everything down, just saying, like, you know, I really want to focus on my album and just, you know, everything I write, every rhyme that I think is hot and dope, I want to have on my album right now. It's just me being greedy. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to write for someone else and then go, shit, man, I should have kept that verse for my album. So when I'm working on my record, I don't do too many writing collabs.
Now, you talked about staying focused on your album, and that's something that you made a career out of, being focused on your album. I remember the first time that I ever heard of you, my president said to me, yo, Classified just dropped a new album. Like, who's Classified? I said, yo, this guy puts out an album like every year, man. And that's one of the things that we talk about on this show a lot, is independent artists, you know, having to juggle life and their music and being able to get out the product when they want to. How are you able to do it with such consistency?
I think the biggest problem with most artists, and what I've kind of noticed, like with just even guys I hang around with, is every artist is trying to make the perfect album on the first record. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to spend 3 or 4 years, and then a couple more years trying to get the deal. And it's like they put the whole shit on one album. When it's like, yo, you can make an album in 6-7 months, put it out. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn from it, and then make another one in 6 more months. You know what I mean? And learn from that mistake and kind of just keep moving forward and keep, you know what I mean, when you put something out, you're going to learn from, you know, what you did that worked, what you did that didn't work, and just, you know, on the business end. But then on the music end, you're also going to get better in your production and your rhyming, because if you're doing it more, you're going to get better with it. So it's just something I kind of kept doing. My first demo, you know what I mean, I pressed up 50 copies, put it out, you know, a lot of people thought it was whack. I got this in Halifax a lot, like whatever, you know what I mean. I was whack back then, I ain't going to front, you know what I mean. I'm 16 years old, but you know what I mean? My next album, I got a little.